Alright, so this is a bold choice on my part. Wow. This is crazy. How do I... There we go. This is funny, this thing in the background. Let's see if we can... There we go, it's full screen. I'm enjoying this background thing. Version 4, wow. So, oh my god. This is like rendering at 720p or something. So this is another game by Owl Skip Game. Apparently, I was looking at Steam. They have like they have 4 games, I guess, in the Owl Skip set. It's a bold theory. It's a bold... Wait a minute, I'm peeking. What if I... Okay, it's a bold... Still peeking a little. What about now? I don't know if I can even trust this peeking diagram. They're calling me the peeking duck because I'm a delicious fried duck. You know, I don't like the actual primary feature of a Peking duck, which is that they just leave all the bones in as they chop it up. I believe that's the defining feature. Anyway. Oh, Hitler. That's things are going crazy back there. So anyway, this is a 2 to 3 hour game, and it looked good. So I think I will play it. I may even end up like the other 2 games in the Owl Skip set. Oh, this text is beginning to repeat. I may play all of the Owl Skip set games. And I may be the guy who likes them the least who's played all of them, which is, you know, says more about me than those games at that point. Anyway, version 4. What if we hit escape? Can we adjust the resolution? No? Okay. Let me just check that everything's going all right. Yep. I will eventually, inshallah, play A Hand with Many Fingers, which I think of as like, for years, the only game in the same genre as Return of the Obra Dinn, and even prefigured The Root Trees Are Dead, in that you just look at documents. Like, gamers love documents. I often make fun of gamers by saying gamers love X.
I'm John Simon, welcome to Inside America. 14 days and still no concession. In its place, a press conference with Katie Kraft, the president's lawyer, who says that she is going to explain exactly why her candidate won. Let's go to Natasha live on scene.
Thanks, John. A peculiar scene here, outside of all places, the Langham Bar and Grill on the outskirts of Chicago, not to be confused with the much loftier Langham Hotel downtown. We were preparing to hear the president's lawyer speak. However, I have just been informed that she appears to have not switched off our radio mic backstage, so we're just listening in.
Okay. Notes. 4 agents. Ulysses. 5G. Okay, Cindy. Cindy, could you come here, please?
Yes, miss. How can I help?
Cindy, do you remember where my chart is? The one with all the pictures? Is it still backstage?
Yes, miss. It is.
Huh. I'm gonna go and look at it one more time and get my head straight. Keep them guessing. I'm gonna give them something that will blow the whole thing wide open.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you're about to die, ma'am. I've seen enough anime to know where this is going. That never happens in an anime. They have different weird tropes. Alright. Human nature's plural possessive fanaticism. Joe Exotic gets a quote here. I mean, if this is a quote, then I guess Oliver Sacks, like he's published in books, so that must occur in the book. I'm the sort of person why they make you put sick in various quotations so that I don't write a letter to the editor. Non-human, no hyphen? Not even a line break hyphen? Can I F8? No. Can I options? Ambient sounds. I would like more ambient sounds than I currently have. Oh. So this is like not related. Oh. This is not related to the television show Arthur or SpongeBob. What? Playable dates 8? Oh. Oh. Oh, Bohemian Grove. Disappearing the server. Hillary Clinton emails? Okay. President's lawyer uncovered the truth. This is like, I would love if they would just render this at a higher resolution. Like, surely this is just text, right? It's text and lines. It's okay if it doesn't all look crisp. The text needs to be crisper, please. Please. Open the date drawer. Okay. Oh. Have got. Okay, so they did sound British. This is a sort of British way of saying this, typically. Sort of weird that, on the hypothesis that they're British, 2 of the 4 games I've played from them have been about American things. One of them about American Americas and thing. Americasins. No, ignore that. That's nothing. Be gone. Right, let me just. Five corrects. I see. Right. Okay. Yeah, this is right. This is like Root Trees Are Dead sort of style of like, Obra Dinn, I don't really remember how you do it. You like find new things to go to new places, and then I think I think you can do the whole game without confirming. It's been a while though. You can only place 8 dates at any one time. What? Why? Yep, okay. It's kind of weird that I'm just constantly right-clicking, but I can't. Anyway. It's weird that it, like, stun locks it, but only for a little while. This line is 1 pixel, so it occasionally disappears completely. Date accurate to the time, allowing the use of a calendar. But are you going to give me a calendar, though? Outside of the game. Believe everything. Fair enough. Weird statement. Okay.
Chapter 1. The Four Agents. In a recording studio on the outskirts of Austin, Texas, I am watching a 22-year-old woman lay out the entire secret history of the US government. Laurie Williams is streaming live to over 100,000 viewers. Her phone constantly rumbles and glows with notifications from her vast Twitter following until it mercifully runs out of battery.
Just
The
silence
show is
it.
a captivating mix of intimate storytelling and grand showmanship. She veers from conversational to hysterically involved in a moment.
Hysterical
I
realism?
can barely move. When the broadcast is over, Laurie seems wired. She buzzes with nervous energy while laying out her latest grand unified theory. Have you heard of the Four Agents? She says, gesturing to a chart on the wall filled with pictures, dates and charts. Aspen, Suarez, Frederick, Winter, she continues. She speaks in weighty, jargon-filled sentences. Operation Ulysses, a secret task force, poisoned drinking water, rigged elections, a plot to undermine the imperial system. She points to the chart. We know that after a month after the standoff, the CIA set up a secret task force to try and control the recording studio on the outskirts of Austin, Texas. I am watching a 22-year-old
I believe
woman
this
lay out the
scrubber is just broken. So is the play pause. It's challenge mode, baby.
outskirts of Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Chapter 1. The history of the US government. Laurie Williams is streaming live and runs out of battery. Move. When
This
the
should be
broadcast is
bigger,
over,
dog.
Laurie
This
seems
should go all the way
wired.
across
She
the bottom of the
buzzes with
screen.
nervous energy while dates and charts. Aspen, Suarez, Frederick, Winter, she continues. She speaks in weighty, jargon-filled sentences.
Hold on, let me just try this. Just for this one time.
Operation Ulysses, a secret task force, poisoned drinking water, rigged
Right.
elections, a plot to undermine the imperial system. She points to the chart.
Good
We
plot.
know that after a month after the standoff, the CIA set up a secret task force.
Month after the something standoff, the Upton standoff. That shouldn't be too hard.
To try and control the southern states by any means possible.
Southern
we know
states.
that a month ago from today, they started training fake voters to rig the midterms.
Whoa.
Much of it goes by too fast to understand. My head begins to swim with all the...
That's also, I'd like to point out, this is one of, you hear a lot of like urban legends about this. Like even like, oh, they kidnapped people and then they made them vote and then they killed them. And it's like, a fake voter, like a real person who votes fakely is one of the least efficient ways to rig an election. Like, why would you do that? That'd be crazy. Anyway, we're gonna go along. Hopefully the logic there is self-apparent.
connections. I panic and blurt out loudly, "Can we please stop for a second?" She looks up, like a runner on the finish line, surprised to find the race hasn't started yet. What I'm trying to say is, most major events that have happened these past 5 years can be explained by this, the Four Agents. This is a conspiracy the likes of which we have never seen before. It has changed everything about the country we love. And you know what? It's only just begun.
Whoa. Short chapter. Not saying that's bad. I have a weird charge on my credit card, but I think it's just a weirdly labeled like storefront. That's right. I'm checking my credit card charges. That's right. Credit cards have been invented. Okay. Nope. Don't need that. Okay. This UI is appealing, but it could definitely use some work to give me more screen real estate. Like this is fine, except this label could be bigger. I can barely read this. Like maybe if I had a bigger screen, I could read 2018 correctly. Why is a book reading in the middle of the timeline? Curious. Kansas militia. Ooh, and the federal government. Okay. A breeder of small rodents. Wow. Comitatus. Wow, Admiralty law. Isn't this just like a reference to posse comitatus? See, this is interesting because like the federal government would not foreclose on you, obviously. Like a bank would. They would. It's not even like a big thing. Like they're like, we'll get our agents at the bank to do it. They're just like, could you maybe give us the money? No? Okay, well you owe us money now, so like that's your problem. Anyway, this might sound like I'm complaining, but no, it's fine. Training fake voters has to happen before 2018 at least. Suarez dying also has to. Kansas Day. This appears to be a Helmos. Posse forming possum farmer. Posse comitatus. Wait. No, these are tofu. This is a typographical apostrophe. This is a typographical close quote. All right, I see we're wildin'. I will Google Kansas Day. I don't like doing that. January. I feel like this didn't really happen. Ron Oscar Jr. But anyway, this occurs before the events depicted here. Let's see what the field report is. The text is so small. I understand that you might not always necessarily want to go back and make another draft. Like God knows, I'm not making games in the first place. Ooh, psychoactive elements. Yeah. Oh, Aspen? Aspen. Is Bohemian Grove in Nevada? Could be. Groom Lake? Could that be Bohemian Grove? It seemed. Oh, okay. This does actually work. Gay frogs. Time for me to Google that. Killing the pervert. Killing the pervert. March. Right. So, we got this. They're going to do something. Is this like it's wrong? They must be putting that on the geese, the flocks. Boise is not in Nevada. I'm not sure what the hell that's about. Oh, 5G. Wow. I like to imagine that the guy who made this just thinks these things are like fun and not like, oh, this will appeal to people. Because there's no point doing it unless you like it. Is the short version. Oh, hi, Mark. Yep, last year. Wheels of democracy are starting to shake. Is this a reference to that, like... So there was this whole thing where, like, Trump was getting elected, and there was some sort of personal correspondence between two agents who were sort of grilled over this, of, like, we'll stop him. And this was, like, you could interpret this as, like, we'll stop him by, as private citizens, voting against him. Or we'll stop him as being FBI agents. I don't know. Ooh, Bilderberg. The Bilderberg Group. Monte Rio. Cinco de Mayo. Alan Rosen. It's the 5th of May. Have they met Alan Rosen? I see, it's today. All right. Right, Mark Aspen, Bohemian Grove. I mean, there could potentially be something else happening in, like, Monte Rio, but, like, you know, Bilderberg acquaintances, rustic get-together. That's Bohemian Grove, isn't it? Known for, well, just being a fun old dime. It's May 2006, so let's see, a couple of months. I don't know. Is there like...
Surprised to find the race hasn't started yet. What by any means possible? We know that a month ago from today, they started training fake voters to rig.
A month ago from today. I don't know. I'm feeling a February on this.
The midterm.
We'll listen to it again. Wish I had a speed control here,
Chapter
frankly.
1. The Four Agents. In a recording studio on the outskirts of Austin, Texas, I am watching a 22-year-old woman lay out the entire secret history of the US government. Laurie Williams is streaming live to over 100,000 viewers. Her phone constantly rumbles and glows with notifications from her vast Twitter following until it mercifully runs out of battery.
What if we think game day is February? Well, and training fake voters is January. Or what if we think game day is January? Training fake voters is...
Her show is a captivating mix of intimate storytelling and grand showmanship. She veers from conversational to hysterically involved in a moment. I can barely move. When the broadcast is over, Laurie seems wired. She buzzes with nervous energy while laying out her latest grand unified theory. When the broadcast is over,
The broadcast is over, but she's still laying out her theory? That's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get a snack. All right.
Laurie seems wired. She buzzes with nervous energy while laying out her latest grand unified theory. Have you heard of the Four Agents? She says, gesturing to a chart on the wall filled with pictures, dates and charts. Aspen, Suarez, Frederick, Winter, she continues.
So, first of all, Rosen is not one of the four agents. Second of all, this cannot be the thing that she has that I'm helping her do, because it doesn't have any charts. Even putting aside the fact that I'm listening to a description of the thing.
She speaks in weighty, jargon-filled sentences. Operation Ulysses, a secret task force, poisoned drinking water, rigged elections, a plot to undermine the imperial system. She points to the chart. We know that after a month after the standoff, the CIA set up a secret task force to try and control the southern states by any means possible. We know...
Could that be? Oh, that must be the CMA. A month after the something standoff. But we don't know when that is, so.
Know that a month ago from today, they started training fake voters to rig the midterms. Much of it goes by too fast to understand.
The midterms. Okay. I mean, there would be midterms in that year, so. Well, this could be like a. Could be a different type of couple.
My head begins to swim with all the connections. I panic and blurt out loudly, "Can we please stop for a second?" She looks up, like a runner on the finish line, surprised to find the race hasn't started yet. What I'm trying to say is, most major events that have happened these past 5 years can be explained by this, the 4 agents. This is a conspiracy the likes of which we have never seen before.
Past 5 years. Has to end in midterms. I mean, yeah, so it can't end in 2020. I don't think that detail gives us any clues, really.
It has changed everything about the country we love. And you know what? It's only just begun. Out the entire secret history of the US government. Laurie Williams is streaming live to.
So that's Williams, not Winter. Or Winter. I don't know. So there's also a problem here. Metatextual problem, where this game has a poor review on Steam, which makes me think it's actually kind of like a bad game. Because even if it were this, but the puzzle worked out seamlessly, people would be smashing that like button. You know? I assume. That's just the kind of game that it is. Okay, Bohemian Grove is mid-July. I've just Googled, so. Is game day when they rig elections? When are the midterms? Right, I'm looking for the month, Google. November. Okay. Tuesday after the first Monday in November. So here's what I'm thinking. That's probably game day. Except we don't have a 2008 November. That's crazy. If this is version 4, then there aren't going to be like any crazy errors like the midterms occurring actually on an election year. Why does a British person know so much about the American midterms? Is it just to be, marketable or something? It's not like hard to learn about the midterms. They're not secret. Sure. March, yep. This one might be, has to be this, right? Okay, I think actually, the clue here, 7 months. What's 7 months prior to December 12th? It's gotta be May, right? Well, wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, why is May before March? Because it's the earlier year. So, right. This must be moved to Nevada. Only 7 months. I don't understand this. What does this have to do with anything? Kansas, Wichita. Right. It's in 2004. Sorry, 14. Did they, like, change the date of Kansas Day? I don't know. Is this like the inciting incident? You can't give too much credence people like this. Assists the special counsel. I don't know, like maybe the CMA was founded directly after this for some reason.
Over 100,000 viewers. Her phone constantly rumbles and glows with notifications from her vast
This guy's
Twitter
a nice
following
reader.
until it mercifully runs out of battery. Her show is a captivating mix of intimate storytelling and grand showmanship. She veers from
Is that like a reference to how Twitter used to like actually text you? Maybe?
conversational to hysterically involved in a moment. I can barely move. When the broadcast is over, Laurie seems wired. She buzzes with nervous energy while laying out her latest grand unified theory. Have you heard of the 4 agents? She says, gesturing to a chart on the wall filled with pictures, dates and charts.
So, 5G in rural areas could theoretically be something I could date in real life, but it seems like there's not going to be like 5G in rural areas day, you know? So, I think that's a more specific event in the fiction of this thing.
Aspen, Suarez, Frederick, Winter, she continues. She speaks in weighty, jargon-filled sentences. Operation Ulysses, a secret task force, poisoned drinking water, rigged elections, a plot to undermine the imperial system. She points to the chart. We know that after a month after the standoff, the CIA set up a secret task force to try and control the southern states by any...
So it's the Oscar standoff. This must be it. Is that not Ulysses? Or is that... Oh, there we go. It was Operation Ulysses, not the CMA. Like Ulysses S. Grant? Okay. So... this is not so bad. I was thinking they were going to make me look up a lot more stuff, but it's just like, do you know what Kansas Day is? Which you can just Google it. That's fine. Like, that's an unambiguous proper noun that's easy to hunt down. Interesting. Interesting. So there's nothing between those. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else we got going on. Posted on Reddit. Gotta love it. Control those southern states with capitals. Chemical war, Jesus Christ, man. Don't be doing that. They had like one standoff, and then they were like, you know what? Fuck all these people. The deep states? That's not... it's called the deep state, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Maybe that's a Britishism. They're like, oh, it's the deep states, isn't it? That would be funny, but unlikely. Right? A superb smuggler of goods and people, as well as an astute head for numbers. That kind of reads like a Britishism to me, because they have such a way with language. Like, he is a smuggler, but he has a head, right? But they just ignore that. Madeline Frederick. Oh, okay. Perfectly tailored suit, okay. I don't know what the DGI is. Let's look that up. That seems real. Cuba. Okay. Ron Winter, the hacker, capitalized. Cowardly numbers man. Wow. Pliable to Aspen. Jeez. He does tell all. Oh, they left. Wow, Democratic Socialist financiers. You know, you could get offended by any resemblance this bears to the real world, but like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is, yeah. So logically, the only thing I can have as a date is I would put this date, like, the team dissolves, but I'm not seeing anything that would do it. Mattresses are us. Very good. Oh, okay. Okay. This must be it. January. Okay. Best. Ecuadorian Embassy. November. It's probably this, whatever it is. It's got to be this, right? Is El Comercio the biggest paper in Ecuador? I think if I looked that up, it probably would be. Several months ago. Okay. Is this a Julian Assange reference? Neat. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, what's cracking, fam? We're here in Yasuni National Park, otherwise known as
Paul wrote. I see. This is like a Logan Paul, Joe Rogan pastiche character, I think.
Suicide Forest. So, it is a Wednesday morning. It is hot. It is Taylor Swift's birthday. I did not know that. Happy
Wow.
birthday, Taylor, if you're listening. Now, maybe you want to come up and have some drinks, slide into my DMs, you know, get cozy, and oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa, this dude's just lying out on the ground. Hey, let's go through his pockets. Whoa, bros, I think this guy is like a businessman. Got the suit, dark glasses, but he's like totally ripped.
So I've Googled Taylor Swift's birthday, which apparently is just public knowledge. That's got to be that, right? Yeah.
Hey, do you think this is like a secret agent or something? Oh shit, guards. We better go. Later, fam.
All right. Fair enough. Roy
Hi,
Liga.
I'm Phoebe.
get these notes.
This week on South of the Border, Roy, the gentleman smuggler, has arranged to pick up and transport 1,000 pounds of marijuana when he receives an offer from a stranger. Here's Roy.
So, a couple years back, I was in a bar in San Antone watching the Cowboys hammer the Bears up on the screen when this guy approaches me.
Okay, so he says a couple years back. We're sort of running out of dates that it could be, so by process of elimination, it must be this. There we go. Don't even need to know what happens. I will probably listen to it anyway. I think they're probably smuggling, like, voting machines? But we'll listen to it.
Hi, I'm Phoebe.
I
This
don't
week
like
on
that.
South of the Border,
No, I don't
Roy,
like
the
that.
gentleman smuggler, has arranged to pick up and transport 1,000 pounds of marijuana when he receives an offer from a stranger. Here's Roy.
So, a couple years back, I was in a bar in San Antone watching the Cowboys hammer the Bears up on the screen when this guy approaches me. Straight away, I knew he was a Fed. DEA, FBI.
CIA?
Well, now think about it once so clear. He comes over to me. We get talking. He's asking about maybe getting involved in a little something, something down the coast. Now, I know this guy can't be for real because he's so tiny. Looks like he got a pen up his ass.
Think he was a Cowboys fan?
I don't know. Listen, slowly he's bringing me around. These people, they want in on the buy. They've got guys who can move it, use it to fund more operations. And he brings out this big fund. They've got guys who can move it, use it to fund more operations. And he brings out this big, heavy suitcase. Now I figure, Roy, you can either wriggle your way out of this, or you can take the money and maybe get out the game 2-3 years early. So I asked him, how's he gonna launder it all? And he said they had a significant number of properties in the Midwest they could push it through. And yeah, they came in, and it went great. Everyone made a lot of money, and I thought it was over. Of course, 3 months later, I get popped for a DUI with 50 pounds of meth in the trunk. Hey, yeah, I'm still getting paid for this, right? Times being what they are and all.
That's what they say. Never do more than one crime at a time. The president. Oh, assisting the special counsel. Right. Yeah, right. So that's gotta be somewhat. Oh, pre-Christmas. Right. Okay. Um. Yeah. This seems like it's gonna be a tight little Sudoku grid, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Earlier this year, right? I don't know. That doesn't really narrow it down. W. The president? Oh, winter. Okay. 20 months. I see. I see. Okay. The storm. This is like QAnon. Yeah, I remember that thing from occasionally looking at the news and going, oh, what are they up to these days? Wow. Oh, the metric system. That's funny. Okay, so right. These things all happen. These things do not yet happen. President is tweeting. God, imagine such a thing. Horrible. Okay, I'll be back in a second. The president should be kept at an arm's length from the people, like the holy of holies. You know, he shouldn't be tweeting out, not even through a press organ. Ugh. Makes you wonder what the world's coming to. Metric system, I guess. All right, let's listen to one of these things. That'll help establish this timeline.
Oh my. These seances are getting worse and worse. I do not know why Princess Di thinks she left the bath running. I really don't. Anyway, hello, you wonderful witches and warlocks. It's your friendly Aunt Susie here to discuss another theory they don't want us to know about. This time concerning the CIA. Word from our friend Lori Williams is that a secret team is currently...
Lori Williams, again. I see, okay.
working hard to fix the U.S. election by
Whoa.
sending hacked voting machines from Ecuador. So the story goes that shortly after, one of their number decides he wants out and decides to give up a number of agents to the foreign government. Naughty boy. So they kill him and hide the body. Avada Kedavra.
I guess he was giving them up to Ecuador for some reason. I don't know why they would care.
However, another one decides he too has had enough, so he goes online and starts leaving hints. And that, they say, is who W is. It's all connected, isn't it? It's been a busy week. First, I left the bath running, and then I realized Cub was completely...
God, I wish I knew what the
my.
Cowboys were doing. That's the real secret here. Hell yeah.
Hello, it's Saturday, May 16th. Welcome to the Canadian Metric Association weekly podcast, episode 68.
I think there's enough in there to date the CMA founding immediately.
I'm Jet Simon. You know, it still seems like yesterday that the CMA was set up. I remember what I was doing that day. I did the first episode of the podcast, then went to the Bell Center to see Bryan Adams with my mom. It was pretty sweet, although really quite cold as well, so get some proper heating, why don't you? Anyways, this week we're going to be talking about Mac Sweet, although really quite cold as well. So I did the first episode of the podcast, then went to the Bell Center to see Bryan Adams with my mom.
Tell you what's even easier than doing the math is Googling Bryan Adams Bell Center. Oh no. He's been there. He's been there before. And after. Oh no. This game has gotten harder with time. Luckily, the two autocomplete suggestions are 2018 and 2019. So possibly from people playing this game, you know? Nope, no mention of it on the Wikipedia page. Okay. 2019 Bell Center. Could have been there before. I could do the math. I'm not going to.
It was pretty sweet, although really quite cold as well. So get some proper heating, why don't you?
January.
Anyways, this week we're going to be talking about Max Planck and the kilogram. But first, our director Mark wanted to clear up a few things about some of the strange emails that we've been getting recently. We can unequivocally deny that the Canadian Metric Association was set up to undermine the U.S. imperial system by a rogue CIA agent during a stay in Canada, while setting up a shell company for fake voting machines from Ecuador. We can also unequivocally deny that our director, Mark Aspen, is the same person as the agent in question, who apparently has spent his time this month erecting 5G masts in rural Republican areas to further the American public health crisis. You know, if you guys had proper health care, you probably wouldn't care about this stuff. I hope that gives you what you want. Okay, let's get on with the show. Max Planck came from a traditional intellectual family. His paternal great-grandfather and
I laugh not because the joke is good, but because having the bad joke is a good joke.
Hello, it's Saturday, May 16th. Welcome.
I don't have a May.
To the Canadian Metric Association weekly podcast, episode 68. I'm Jet Simon. You know, it still seems like yesterday that the CMA was set.
Well, the ongoing health crisis is COVID-19. That actually, okay, right.
Up. I remember what I was doing that day. I did the first episode of the podcast, then went to the Bell Center to see Bryan Adams with my mom. It was pretty sweet, although really quite cold as well, so get some proper heating, why don't you? Anyways, this week we're going to be talking about Max Planck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right. So this is going to go here. This is here. So that's 20 months. That's what, like almost 2 years. Midterms. There we go. That's what I look like at my computer, by the way. I guess it really is, you know, it's funny that they're doing the metric system thing. Is it real, or is it just like there's a different guy with the same name? It's caught up in the thing. Yeah. So this is one of the rare things where I didn't make them happen in order. Now these are in order. Of course, I don't know which ones the order of them, but the negative space is right. Oh, here's a podcast they didn't bother to produce. Ironic, Ape. How can you tell that is ironic just from the music? How can you... Oh, I see. It's not NPR. It's just nationally syndicated. Public... Or, yeah, isn't it? How can the NPR have a sponsor? Don't they, like, not call them sponsors? Collusion, rigging, poisoning. Oh, she's on another show. Lib. Capital L. More like glib. Ooh, dirtbag lynching. Oh, the basket of deplorable. I remember that from the news. This should have a comma. Oh, the paragraph break in the... Yeah. What the hell is this? The what? Sinister Corporation? I'm physically craning in. Is that like a Reich mark? I do not know. They also sell wellness supplements. That's funny. And Russia. Russiagate? Remember that? Remember Russiagate? Huh? Good times, huh? It kind of looks like 18, but like what? Oh, game day is in November. Okay. Perfect. Nice. People love getting ads for hiring the right
Good
person.
evening, everyone. I am Lori Williams, and today on America Explained, we are talking bodies. In particular, the bodies connected to a prominent political couple. Now, you guys.
Oh, prominent political. Oh.
No, I can't name them at the moment for
Aww.
legal reasons, but we are working hard to end this charade and let the truth be heard.
I prefer to say charade.
We have some exciting new developments that bring our couple in with the 4 agents. Now, we all know about the server, the one loaded with illicit treasonous emails. So,
Oh, it is Hillary Clinton's server. Okay. Where's the server? Where's wiping the server? Disappearing the server. There we go.
spring, Ukraine decides it needs to hand it over because they need a
Spring. Also Ukraine? That's crazy.
server, the one loaded with illicit treasonous emails. So, last spring, Ukraine decides it needs to hand it over because they need American oil for their Stargates. So our couple calls up Mark Aspen.
Stargates?
Because they know he worked to protect Ukraine by hiding their involvement in election meddling to help the corrupt special counsel. Aspen says yes in exchange for, and I do not make this up, a human sacrifice, because these people are Satanists and worship the devil.
Wow.
Aspen goes to Ukraine, retrieves the server, and burns it in a landfill just outside of Boston on St. Patrick's Day. Later that year, the pervert is in jail when he decides he's gonna Welsh on everyone he's ever known.
Oh, it's an Epstein thing. That's the I thought it was gonna be Bill Clinton for a second there, honestly.
He's gonna Welsh on everyone he's ever known, including the latest day. Later that year, the pervert is in jail when he decides he's gonna Welsh on everyone he's ever known, including the couple for who.
Later that year. I think it has to be this way.
Whom he arranged things. Now, I wanted to say blood orgies here, but you know it's your call. So they go to Aspen again. Him and Frederick pose as jail guards, and when no one is watching, they make it look like a suicide. How do we know this? This document, given to us by our friend Cyclops, clearly shows that one of the guards on duty was called Aspen. So, I mean, this thing just goes deeper and deeper. When I look at the world, I believe...
Why would he use his own... Why would he use his own name?
Believe that we are all just weeks, days perhaps, from an entire military takeover.
Whoa. All right. So, 22 months. Congressman dies. Old people. So, 22 months minus like 2 months to like 18 months ish. So like 2007. Sorry, 2019. July, I guess? Oh, okay, we got it. I wonder if there's some extra, like... Wow, he hung himself with like a gallows-style noose. Make it look like an accident.
Hi, John. It's been some time, and if anything, things have got considerably more strange. Katie Kraft, the president's lawyer, has yet to emerge from her dressing room, and a hastily assembled country band are warming up on the stage. I'm not quite sure what... 1 second, here she comes. Katie Kraft, stepping up to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have uncovered a vast deep state conspiracy that has not only corrupted our electoral system, but has given power over to Satanists.
Well.
Over to pedophiles.
No!
And over to socialists.
Oh, no!
Now, I would love to tell you all about it. However, I've just got off a call with the president, and he feels...
You know that guy?
He feels that this young lady could do it better. So, may I introduce Ms. Laurie Williams.
Hello, everyone. Are you ready for some truth? This is called the Ballad of Mark Aspen.
Wow. Musical number.
Frogs, dead geese, Operation Ulysses. Man, I got a tale to say. Out in the body dealing with the Illuminati, trying to take all our freedoms away. Sell drugs, hide bugs, keep them in a mattress truck on down to Ecuador. No, you think that might be all, but heaven knows there's more. It could have been a cowboy, could have had a gun, riding all over like a four-leaf clover, never hurting anyone. Could have been a preacher, could have been a saint, but his highway to ruin was a holy communion of the Church of the CIA. Brakes fail, paper trails, voted fraud for wholesale, finding all the CMA. Serve a gon' get one over on the congressman, turning everything to flames. Deflect, reflect is the worst to come yet. Who knows? None can say. New mass questions asked, putting on a gas mask, and we know the ones to blame. Should have been a cowboy, should have had a gun, riding all over like a four-leaf clover, never hurting anyone.
The gun is sort of for hurting people. You know. Just saying. Alright. Respectable. Alright, yeah. Well, that's also my, I don't know, I'm tempted to hit new game, but like, I don't know. It's not gonna be anything. How do I exit? Why does this sound like that Cage the Elephant song? Okay, well, yeah, I kind of liked that more just because it was like, it was short. It was short and sweet. Still wouldn't, you know, necessarily recommend it to anybody strongly, but yeah, I enjoyed it.